yeah, we need to have the bicyclists, and we need to have for Cascade Transit, and we need to have more ability tree work center, as we need to have for the community and economies be together, and to have more, because I want to be running for city council, and I will stand up to it.
This is Barb Campbell, and the first thing I would say is it does snow here, and we do get ice, and so I would be cautious about just flat out comparing our community to others. We're never going to have as many people bike in Santa Barbara. It's the same problem as comparing our water and sewer rates with other communities around the town, and you've got to be more biased. Biased is the opposite of the word I'm looking for, and I'm never going to find it. Thank you. Having said that, bike boulevards, that's the answer. Greenways, they call them in Portland, and you do this whole network, and it's more intense than just bike lanes, and people feel safe, and pedestrians feel safe, and property values go up, and everybody's happy.
Mark Capel. I think we're in the middle of a shift in approach at the city, and it's come because as the staff brings transportation project designs to council, one of the questions that you'll hear every time, so now staff is in just making sure it's included every time, is what are the bike ped possibilities? What does this project have to do with bike ped, and how do we, yes, it's a road, but how do we make sure it's got good bike ped? So you'll see new projects with bike ped added to them pretty much every transportation project. It is a shift in emphasis similar to what we've had to do on ADA. We're not there yet, but every new project is going to be ADA compliant. It's a given. You want to reach that mentality where you don't even have to think about it, and it's just included.
Scott Ramsey. And I'll just continue Mark's thought, because as we deal with these infrastructure projects, the beginning of the conversation is always, how do we improve the multimodal transportation element of this project? So every project moving forward has wider bike lanes, it has new standards of paint and markings and safety built into that project. Going back and retrofitting things is a whole different conversation. Some of the same people who criticize the water and sewer projects because of their enormous expense are the first ones to say that we need to go back and retrofit all of the roads so that they have multimodal transportation. It's just not possible. We can do it on a phased-in fashion, but we can't go back and fix right away all the mistakes we've already made. But moving forward, we're in great shape. It's a new attitude. Every project has those standards addressed.
Ladies and gentlemen, there were a lot of good questions on these cards, and I'm really very sorry that we couldn't address every one of them, and so I'm sorry about that, but thank you for submitting your questions. I have kind of a down and dirty question somebody else wrote, but I love it. Are you a member of your neighborhood association? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Yes?
In fact, I sit on two.
Good.
I sit on two, and I have two properties, so I attend two.
Good. Barb?
Yes.
Okay. How about you, Richard? Do you belong to a neighborhood association?
Yes, I do.
Good. Lisa?
Not yet.
We'll get her. Okay. Rondo? Okay. Yeah? No?
No, this side of it.
Oh, boy. We're going to have to, well, see, it means a lot to me because I'm the chairman of an association. Well, thank you so much for your attention. Before you leave, though, Mayor Jim Clinton has some things that he'd like to tell us about this evening, too, and so we're going to give him a few minutes. Also, if anybody is willing to stay afterwards and help us stack the chairs, we do have to clear the room before we can go. So many hands make light work. So Mayor Clinton, will you come on up here? Thank you.
This is going to be really quick. I was asked to just describe an initiative that I thought of like 6 months ago.
And the initiative is that to aim our city towards one where all our children can walk to school and to a park. Why would we do this here? Well, it's because we would be committing to the health and safety of our children as our number one priority. And it's certainly related to the initiatives of the group that are sponsoring this forum. And so there's a lot of what we might do, how this would look in our city, how it would make it look different. I want to just first point out that it's not solely about getting on the school district's case for building schools way out in the middle of nowhere where nobody can walk or bike. That's certainly part of it, but it's a lot more. It's about all of us thinking about what we're doing in our city in a different way. There's a bunch of benefits to doing this that helps not only the kids getting to school in a more safe fashion, becoming more healthy because of it. It's about the adults who would be accompanying them, how you can connect with your neighbors if you do this. And so really at this point, I just would ask people to start thinking about how that would look. Do we really want a city like that? And the inspiration for this is a city called Lakewood, Ohio, where actually they've traditionally done exactly that. They don't even have school buses. All the kids walk to school. And I think it's really instructive for us to think about whether we would want to aim in this direction, why we would do it, and what benefits would accrue if we did it. So I'll leave these flyers I made on the back here. Thank you.
I want to thank Mark Capel, Nathan Body, Casey Rhodes, Lisa Seals, Ron Buzzell, Richard Robertson, Scott Ramsey, and Barb Campbell, every one of our candidates who are running for positions in our council, for coming this evening, taking the time. Thank you for coming out on such a nasty evening to listen to them, and I appreciate your interest in what we have going on here. And as they say, be sure to vote. Thank you.